Hello everyone and welcome back to Full Distance, and yes, it's absolutely pissing it down here at the Hungarian Grand Prix. I don't know what to think of this, but we'll see what we can do. Let's take a look at how things will begin. It's Fernando Alonso on pole position. He had an absolutely cracking qualifying alongside Max Verstappen on that front row. Can he win though? And why have we qualified badly? All the way back down in 12th position, 10 out of 10. We are so good. Right, let's take a look at the strategy. I mean, look, starting on the full wets, running on the full wets. Guess what? It's full wets. Might dry up at the end of the race, though. Who knows? Right, let's see if we can get something from this race. I mean, it's really wet. I don't think we've got a good setup for the wet. We've not had a good setup for the dry. I don't know if this race is going to go any well. You know what I mean? Whoa, Hulkenberg, bruv. Collision with Hulkenberg, yeah, it's his fault. Let's go easy through T1. Whoop, straight to the back of Sainz. Nice one. As I was saying, go easy. There we go, cleared Hulkenberg. What a naughty squeeze. Be easy on the throttle here. Leclerc and Norris having a bit of a moment. And we've just really got to keep an eye on these tyre temperatures. I don't know what's good for the wets. Well, they're just driving all on that curb on the right-hand side. We definitely cannot do that. And they've just pulled away quite a lot in that middle sector. That's concerning. I think I did it that badly. For me, anyway. Just getting a little PTSD flashback of Suzuka, where we had quite a struggle on the wet tyre. Oh, it was on the intermediates, I think, wasn't it? But still, we struggled in wet conditions. I'm worrying that might be the case for this as well. We'll see. Just got to settle in the race. Just concerned with how fast they are in that middle sector, to be honest. Just go easy. Whoa, that's not going easy. Just throwing it in very deep in the brakes and sliding it all over. Nice one. Yeah, they've pulled out to over a second now. And I see Alonso in seconds, dropping right back from Verstappen. This is going to be a hard race. I can feel it. Burning a lot of energy at the moment, just to try and keep moderately up. It's taking a lot of concentration, I'm not going to lie. Whoop. I guess we're mostly keeping up. If I can figure this sector out during this race, I'll maybe not be too bad. Well, we kind of mostly kept up, to be honest. Once again, another fast lap for Verstappen. We just aren't that fast. We're about 7/10 off of him at the moment. I know he's got clean air, but I mean, even with it, we're just not that fast. Whoops, see what I mean with this line? Get back onto the not so wet bit, even though it's all wet, you know what I mean? Whoa, careful. Throw it over that curb, that's not going to do any damage. Ha ha ha. Just kind of braking at the points that you would in the dry rather than where you would do in the wet, which is pretty stupid, but whatever. We'll move. Oh, we set the fastest final sector of the race. Nice one. That's deep. Woo. We're okay. Careful. Turning a little bit too early there. Hopefully this rain's not hit. I know the weather radar was saying that it should dry up. Hopefully. Normally when it says that, it's kind of actually, it happens a lot earlier. Like if it says it's going to rain, it rains a lot earlier than it says. As much as it says like the end of the race, and it's always like in the middle. Hopefully it dries up earlier than it says. Because I can see those tyre temps just going up bit by bit, especially on the rear. Because they started off around like 63 or so. They're already up to 70. I'm just concerned that we're going to keep pushing them up and up. Again, I don't know what the optimal tyre temperature is for this. I guess as long as they're not complaining, we're doing all right. All getting stuck a little bit behind Perez here. Rain's easing off a bit. Okay, good. Makes sense now as to why Verstappen keeps going faster. If it's slowly easing off, obviously the track will be getting a little bit quicker and quicker, which then would explain why tyre temps are going up, even if just by a little bit. Throw it through T4. Nice one. We're keeping up all right this time through it. Relatively speaking. That was all right. 33.5. That's not that far off the fastest lap. I think Verstappen set either a 0.4 or 0.1, something like that. Well, that's not good. I mean, a 0.4 or a 0.1 T, very different things, but you know what I mean. Not that far off it realistically. Which tells me we're doing good. We're doing good. Just got to keep that up and maybe try and find a way past. Oh, that's track limit exceeding. Nice one. Lovely. Wow. 33-0 for Verstappen. This lap's not been good for us though, so probably no improvement on this one. Yeah, definitely not. Oh, second off. Oh, it's bad. Oh, and we were burning a load of energy in the final section. Didn't realise. That's a nice one. So we've got to save some of that energy back up, which is not helpful, considering I feel like we're already struggling for speed, you know, but whatever. Just keep saving it. Keep saving it. Because we are going to need that energy when it comes to trying to pass Hamilton. 33-4. It is definitely getting drier out here, relatively speaking. Careful. So it'll be Inters before long. I feel like we should probably set up an Inters stop just in case. The game should do it automatically, I guess, but still. Do you trust EA Sports F1 24, whatever this game's called? Because I do not. Not at all. This so far is the wettest race that I've done. The wettest race of the season so far. Burn a little bit of energy, but not too much. Another PB. Let's set up that the stop. Oh, nearly to back Hamilton whilst I was trying to do it. Nice one, and sliding it out. Nice one. One job at a time, bro. There we go. We're on Inters now. What an idiot. I'm so bad at this game. Can tell visually that the rain has definitely decreased its intensity quite a lot. Well, I just don't know when the crossover is. Bloomin' heck. It's kind of one of those ones like I want to go when some of them go, but then we lose the potential advantage of pitting early. Staple's going quickly still. Surely this is still too wet, but I mean the online looks fine. I'm just really concerned that if we do go on to Inters, surely if we go offline slightly, we'll have a huge moment. We'll just try and get past Hamilton. Right, okay. I don't know how I'm doing it because he's the same speed as me, if not a little bit quicker, to be honest. I think he's just been held up by the man who's replaced him, or in real life has already replaced. Australian Grand Prix this weekend. Obviously this video comes out on Sunday, so race has already happened. Hope it was good. I have no idea. It has not happened yet. Practice has. The race has not. Let you in a little secret then as to when we're recording this. It's Friday. Pretty clearly it's Friday. 33-0. Rear left starting to overheat. I'm almost thinking let's do it. Well, I guess let's rag these tyres a little bit. You know, slide the rear end around a little bit, see how things are feeling. I don't really care about the objective, so it would be handy if we can get past, but who cares? Whoa, hello. Saves up a lot of energy. Maybe try and close up and maybe get past down into T3, 2, whatever it is. Or 1. That's a dive. Oh, this is not a good line. We'll try and hang on, but yeah, it's never going to work. Well, okay, got on the wet stuff a little bit there. Look, we ticked off the objective. That's the important bit, right? I said I didn't care about it, but I kind of do. Yeah, there's a target there. We've got to go for it, right? I think there's a pit lane for Max. Maybe he was just going slow around the final corner. No, he was just going slow around the final corner. I want to risk it. Maybe it's still too early, though, but I'm definitely thinking about it.
Inters look like the best tyre for now.
Inters look like the best tyre for now. Okay, let's go with it then. It's risky, but we asked the man and he answered. Hulkenberg's disappeared from behind us, so I wonder if he's already come in for Inters. But let's make the switch. Hopefully pit lane won't be too busy. We'll see. Not Fernando, neither McLaren's coming in. Max has set the fast lap again. And there we go. Perez is coming in, Hamilton's coming in. We should have pitted a lap ago, but still. Let's go for it. Make sure not to speed on the way in. Where's my button for boxing? Bam. Nice one. Cool, get me on. Get me on and get me gone. Okay, straight behind Hamilton, lovely. And yeah, confirmed Hulkenberg did come in for Inters. Didn't really gain very much in doing so though. That's maybe because he got caught behind Logan. I think we do really need to get past Hamilton though. I think we're a little quicker than he is now. Obviously could be because we're ragging the tyres a little bit more, but you know what I mean. Lando with a fast lap tells me that Max has come in. Yeah, pit lane's busy. Whoa, big slides. Let's go. Jumped Carlos. Just not close enough to do anything about Hamilton here. Not yet anyway. George is getting stuck behind one of the Saubers. Ooh. I was going to say maybe if we got a good exit here we could maybe do something to T4. That'd be crazy. Whoa! Okay, maybe it wouldn't be crazy. Let's slow into that. We're also slow up here. Into the brake, into the chicane. And that's where we're sending it. Have it, son. That was risky as, but he's been slow into that chicane. And I kind of wanted to get through before we catch up to this Kicksale, but Alonso's in the pit lane. It's all happening. And there's Zhou Guanyu into the pit lane. And we just had the fast lap of the race. Whoa! Perez blowing up right in front of us. I said this game hates Ferrari last time, and someone said this game hates Red Bull. I mean, look, the game hates Perez, and it hates Ferrari. Max seems to do all right, but Perez out of yet another race. Kind of the same as Sainz. Out of quite a lot this season already. Set the fastest first and second sector. Max just done a 29.7. Let's see if we can beat that. I think we might. The final sector's been a bit weak so far. Let's see. Yeah, 29.4. It was still a weak final sector. Now it shows we've actually got some decent speed. So let's not get held behind George for too long. Right on the back of him. The only thing I'm thinking about is getting past George right now. Because we can definitely do it. Definitely down into T1. Come on. Oh, he's slower there than I thought. That caught me out a little bit. My bad. Burn a lot of energy. And dive. Just send it out wide on him. Don't give him a way back through. Nice move. Bit basic, but it'll do. I'll take a basic move right now. Now send it. I don't know why this car feels quite good on these inters. Because like we weren't good in the slicks. We weren't good in the wet. But the middle ground, car slaps. There's another fast lap. We are overheating the rear left though. Just trying to keep it around 90 or so on the rear left at the moment. Oh, it's tough. That was not a good lap, but it's because I'm focusing really hard on the tyres. I'm just not overheating that rear left. Although it did just go up a degree whilst we were on a straight, so maybe there's only so much we can do. Slightly better than the last. And again, we're keeping that tyre where we need it. Okay, and we're closing in quite a lot on Charles here. I did have a look at the R&D before coming into this race, and or at least the graph that shows what car's best and all that. And the Red Bull's the best at the moment in this game, apparently. And the Aston Martin is second, followed of course by the McLarens and the Ferraris, and then the Mercedes. Basically what I'm saying is we've got a good car.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
All I'm worrying about is the tyre condition now, mate. That's all I'm worrying about. That's all I ever worry about in this series, apparently. It's going to be really interesting when the journey gets this far, and well, we probably won't have to worry about tyres too much because they're only 25% raises. Wow, that's stupid. Lewis, what are you doing? What team will I be driving for though at this point? Who knows? I mean, I've got a plan, so I know, obviously. Duh. The plan can change though. I mean, when I started the journey, I was expecting to actually be in this car in this season, but obviously we're driving it here in full distance. I don't really want to do the same series twice, basically. But we'll see. Maybe it will be Aston Martin. I mean, my thought for who to be in the 2015 season has changed about 3 times in the last couple of days. But we're still early doors in the 2014 season, so go and check it out. Didn't realise we'd saved our battery up so far as well. Just haven't been focusing on that. It's my bad. It's basically free lap time. We just had to sat in our lap. There we go. Fastest final sector of the race. And we're nearly within a second of Leclerc. We've got a lot better pace in this race than I thought we were going to have. After qualifying and the start of the race, I genuinely thought we were going to be struggling to get points even. Fastest first sector of the race as well. We're right on the back of Charles now. We can genuinely get second in this race. It's like Fernando's not that far away. And if we do get it, I genuinely think this has been my best drive so far. And we're on lap 20, well, we just finished lap 26 of 70. So long left to go. Don't get ahead of yourself. Okay, now the rears are really overheating. We've been a little bit too pushy with those. So let's back it down. So just cool them down. That was a terrible final corner as well. Rear just really cool them down. Oh, so hard. We're kind of just holding the tyres stable at 92. Well, between 90 and 93 anyway. Rather than dropping it down at all. I wonder if that's just where they're at the moment. Like that's just the temperature that they're at. And the only way to drag it down any more than that is by going much slower.
Okay.
But we can't not think about it just because we kind of a repeat of Suzuka on that front. Because that was not fun. Hopefully it'll stop raining, careful, and we'll be going on to slick soon anyway. We're a little bit quicker than the average lap time it wants. It wants a 1:33. Yeah, we're like 29s, 28s. It's so lax with what it sets on the objectives. I mean, I get it, actually, in these conditions, like, it would either be impossible or piss easy. I'll take the easy one. But surely it can read what lap times, in a sense, that I'm doing. And then just take an average of that and say that's the target. Or at least, you know, somewhere in that ballpark rather than just, like, an arbitrary number at this point in the race. I don't know, I'm not a game designer. Only work I've ever done on a game was doing a few liveries on Grid in, what was it, 2019? What a time to be alive. Oh, I hope so. My goodness. Somehow actually dropping the tyre temperature a little bit. Guess just driving a little bit better. I am sweating though, bruv. Yeah, for now, but maybe we're not that far away from slicks at all. Let's get the stop ready, I guess. Can we get mediums to the end of the race from here? I wouldn't even know. Let's leave it on hards then. Hards we should definitely be able to. Oh, rain stopped. Do we pit now? Inters are the fastest for now, okay. Even though it definitely looks, it's gone bone dry all of a sudden. Wait, what? This is a dry track now. Like there's no water. Hello, what's happened? Still see a little spray on the rear right of his car coming off the T1. I don't think we are. I do not believe we are on the right tyre though. Well, at least, again, if this was a real track right now, you'd be screaming slick, slick, slicks. I think we go for it.
Inters look like the best tyre for now.
Do you know what? I'm doing it. Max just set the fast lap of the race. Let's pounce.
For now,
yeah, indeed. Forget about that. Here we go. Let's hope this is right. It's risky. It is risky. The length of that power slide coming out of pit lane does not fill me with joy. What? Yeah, that... It's too early. How is this too early? God, this game doesn't make sense. Bone dry. Max just gone the fast lap. We definitely aren't anywhere near that. Christ. Got to hang on for track position. We really have to. I just don't really understand sometimes this game. But that's okay. Just got to trust it's going to come to us a little bit here. Yeah, because I think we're pulling away from Bottas now. Fastest middle sector of the race. Unfortunately, we have come in too early, but we've just got to hope a couple of them have stayed out a little bit too late. Even though I'm not convinced by my slick pace. Fastest lap of the race, maybe? Or at least the fastest final sector and fastest middle sector, anyway. So this will be the fastest lap. And then we're 5 seconds behind Charles Leclerc. At least we're all going onto the right tyre, I guess. There's that. Everyone else on the hards. Whoa. This rear end is slippery. Should be the fastest lap. Easily so. As expected. And sadly, without dry pace, I think we're more likely to be fighting with Russell than with Leclerc and Norris. We've got our objective back at least. Something to aim for, or easily destroy, because 27 is about 3 seconds off where we are. 22.1 for Charles. 22.4 for us. 5 seconds faster than the objective. Nice one. 21.8 for Carlos. Goodness me, he might come back into this fight, you never know. 7 seconds faster than objective. Again, the car feels quite good. Just need to keep that pace up, basically. Somehow. 18.6 for Piastri. 19 something? 18.9. Ooh, it's tough. Lando and Charles are battling over 4th. That Ferrari's got some good pace. We're quite good in the middle sector, like generally speaking. We keep setting, well, that's track nice. We keep setting the fastest middle sectors, which is interesting. That was the one that we were struggling in at the start of the race, isn't it? 18.5, nice one. Not the fastest middle sector this time, by though. I'm really concentrating. I'm sure these tyres will last to the end of the race, but still, you never know. Ooh, mid-18s. Okay, I think that probably means the circuit's about as dry as it's going to get, innit? Despite it looking no drier than it was 10 minutes ago, but you know what I mean? Yeah, I was going to say, that middle sector felt grand. The circuit's actually quite fun in this car. I don't normally love the Hungarian. I used to. Had a few good results in sim racing around here, but generally speaking, it's not really my track. 18.0 though, fastest lap of the race. Nice one. I think Fernando's still running comfortably in 2nd place. Just check the mini-map, that is indeed the case. Fernando absolutely flying this round. On the last lap of the objective. That we have absolutely smashed out of the park because it's given such an easy number, courtesy of the conditions. Easy, mate. It was an easy target, bruv. Give me something a little more challenging. Oh, new fastest lap for Max Verstappen. I'll take that bonus point back. I don't know if I can go much quicker than I'm going. Give it a go, though. Whack on the overtake a little bit. We need to go about a second faster than we're going. I don't think that's happening, but, you know, we'll see. Definitely not with that turn one. It was really poor. I mean, we're trying, that's for sure. But I think Max has definitely got us beat on that front. Nah, it's not happening. I'm asking way too much of the rear end as well doing it. That Red Bull is too quick for us at the moment. And so it seems is the both the McLaren and the Ferrari. There's Lando with the fastest lap. We're so much slower than that though. 20 laps left to go. Well, 21, sorry. Still a very long way indeed. George is starting to close back up. Got the Williams and Logan Sargent here to try and get past as well. Should be relatively easy. I'm just thinking about like, what if everyone's pace drops off a little bit? I wonder if we go on onto slicks. We're already on slicks. Onto softs, because I just do not have good pace at the moment. Round Logan we go. I mean, most of the pace at the moment is just my brain's not in this race anymore. I've just kind of checked out, which happens in these nearly 2-hour races. My small pea brain can only handle it for a little bit. I was doing a broadcast once with John Hindhaugh, and if you don't know who John Hindhaugh is, learn your motorsport, I guess, or go and watch the Daytona 24-hour or any of him, sir. The Geordie that's talking to that, yeah, that's John. And we were doing a broadcast on IMSA Esports a few years ago, and we were talking about what is an endurance race. And obviously, an endurance race, you'd normally be like, well, yeah, obviously the 24 hours, 6 hours, blah, 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 where do you draw the line? And he basically said, he was like, any race that involves tyre strategy, saving, fuel management, any race that basically involves management over a longer period of time is an endurance race, which I thought was an interesting way of putting it. And he said that F1 kind of is a solo endurance race. And whilst I don't necessarily fully agree with that, it is an interesting point. It is a test of endurance. Obviously, not when I'm fat and I'm sat here playing a video game, but you know what I mean? Finding that rhythm a little bit more again. Nearly a PB as well. I think my idea of pitting and going onto the softs, stupid idea. We're just not going to be fast enough to get back to where we are. I mean, maybe we would, I don't know, but Most likely not, because the pace is still fine, these tyres are still fine. That might be another really good lap. 17.8. Bloody hell. That was not expected. It's kind of lonely, isn't it? We're not as fast to catch up with Lando or Charles, but we're fast enough to keep George there. It's just cruising at the moment, isn't it? I mean, cruising in relative terms. I am still throwing this car around as hard as I can, but actually, I say interesting in it. I mean, it's kind of the exact opposite of that. Because, well, I'm not really talking much. What's the point now in any of this in the video? We're just driving. D-R-I-V-I-N. It's not quite as good as living L-I-V-I-N, is it? What am I saying, bruv? Back into the 17s. It's a good sign. We do actually have some alright pace around here, but whoop. Don't want to do things like that. Don't know how different this race would have been if I actually qualified well, but... Oh, a 20.4. Wonder if I can do that. I wonder if we're going to do it. Oh my goodness. Will we be able to? Easily. Absolutely destroying the gap to George now. Oh, they've all caught, well, Piastri, because Piastri was the one that was in third. So they've caught up ahead. Not that it really matters for us, but still. Piastri must have been struggling a bit on speed. I'm glad we're having a boring race like this on a circuit like this, though. At least it's fun to drive. You know, in the slicks. If we were somewhere super uninteresting to drive, I think I might, well, pass out with boredom. Like Vegas, I'm not looking forward to that race. Hopefully the race will actually be good, because the track isn't. Not long left to go. Just 3 laps at the line. Whew. We do have a little bit of lap traffic as well to deal with, in the form of what I believe is Valtteri Bottas. After that epic second place qualifying from him at the British Grand Prix. I mean, that really was epic. Shame we didn't get a good result from it, but epic race from him regardless. Yellow flag up ahead. I think it's just they've navigated the lap traffic, to be honest. And there's a bit of contact to the name. Don't think we're actually going to catch this band of traffic. I think there's oh, that's a bad line. Williams of Alex Albon in there as well as Valtteri Bottas. I mean, it kind of makes sense for us not to catch them. You see them just, well, you probably can't because YouTube commercial lol. They're just going to the penultimate corner now. Obviously, with it being, what, 10 seconds up to Piastri and the likes. And they're about 2-3 seconds off the back of them. We're obviously not catching them. We are finally onto the last lap of the race. It's been a tough one. It's been a tough one. I think the most important thing is we've gone the wrong way on setup. And by wrong way, I mean we didn't really change very much on it at all. It was a wet race. It was a dry race. Bit intermediates in the middle. That intermediate bit we were the fastest on. Either side of it, we've been a bit mediocre. Max Verstappen hasn't been, and that's why he's going to absolutely dominate this race. There he goes. Across the line to win. Yet again in 2024. Fernando Alonso is going to come across the line in a very, very solid second place for the team as well. And they'll be joined on the podium by Lando Norris. It's going to drop us back a bit in the championship. Out through the final corner we go. I mean, 6th place, it's not that bad. It could have been a lot worse considering the race earlier. It's apparently absolutely pissing it down once again in the background, but we'll ignore that because Max Verstappen has won. Fernando Alonso and Lando Norris there on the podium as well. Oscar and then Charles and then us down in 6th position. 30 seconds off the race lead, not great. Carlos Sainz, Lewis Hamilton, Yuki Tsunoda, good drive from him. And Pierre Gasly rounding out the points paying positions. Let's see behind, I think just a 2. Oh, there was a second retirement. Okay, so I was going to say Sergio Perez, but also George Russell retired as well. Which is a bit of a shame. We obviously had Sergio Perez blow up right in front of us. I do have some custom points. You can't see it, but don't worry about it. Max Verstappen's on 232 points. We're on 217, and Lando Norris is on 210 on the constructors' side. McLaren have 346 points, and we have 333. We'll see you next time.